Don't sell the solution, sell the process. This is a very widespread quote amongst UX designers when they talk about UX case studies. UX is an essential aspect of product design, and case studies are an effective way to showcase your design process and problem-solving skills to potential client or customers. In this video, we will cover the key elements of an UX case study and provide some tips on how to write an effective one. So without further delay, let's drop the intro. Before starting this video, if you guys are new here, my name is Shamrudas and I'm a professional graphic designer, video editor and UI UX designer. In this channel, we talk about designing tips, tricks and tutorials. So if you are into it, then consider subscribing to my channel. Also, I've given you timestamps in the video description, so feel free to hop around the entire timeline. Tip number 1. Define the problem. The first step in writing a UX case study is to define the problem that you are trying to solve. Clearly state the problem or challenge that your client or team is facing and explain how it affected the user experience. Always remember that if your designs doesn't solve any user problem, then it's no longer a viable design statement. Use data and research to back up your claims and provide context for the problem. Show how the real-world graphs and pieces of evidence give proper proof of your background research about the problem. Remember that the people who are going to read your case studies are going to be smart people and they will figure out if you faked any data just to fill up your case study. Show the exact background research that you did. Also, if possible, try to give video recordings of the conversations or interviews you had with potential users. It's a very important proposition and you will actually stand out if you include video recordings in the form of dynamic links in your case study. Doing this will lead the recruiters to think that you indeed went the extra mile to do the background research properly and interviews on a personal level. Tip number 2. Outline your process. Outline the process for solving the problem. Describe the methods you used to conduct research and gather insights, such as user interviews, surveys, and usability testing. Explain how you analyze the data, identifying patterns and pain points. Remember that interviews that you took are going to be long interviews, so it's necessary for you to give a small summary or paragraph of what the interview actually led you to understand. You can use a point-wise approach in order to jot down your learnings from the interview. This will save your time as well as the time of the recruiters who are trying to employ you. Again, remember, the people who are actually going to read your case study are going to be smart people, and if by chance you took the interview after designing the full product, they will understand that all you included is just random interviews for the sake of standing out and nothing is actually real. So never fake an interview and remember to incorporate the learnings that you found from the interview into your actual end product to back up your claims, propositions and solution. Tip number 3. Share your solution. Now it's time to share your solution to the world and describe the design system that you use to create your solution and explain the rationale behind your design decisions. Use visual sketches such as wireframes, pen paper sketches and prototypes to illustrate your design process and show how your solution meets the needs of the end users. Show the step-by-step journey of how you reach the end product. For example, if you are a product designer for Urban Clap, first show the full feature list that you develop in order to incorporate into your app. Next, show the information architecture of how you arranged all these features and organize them into different pages. Demonstrate the user flows or user journey maps. Up next, show the pen paper sketches of your app, then show the low fidelity wireframes and then show the high fidelity wireframes. At last, show the branding, design system and the visual designs of your end app. This is how try to story tell the journey of you developing an application. The style of presenting will boost your storytelling and your presentation capabilities as well. Tip number 3. Measure the results. Finally, measure the results of your solution. Describe how you tested and validated your app with end users and how you addressed the problem statement that you defined at the very beginning of your case study. Use metrics such as user satisfaction, engagement, and conversion rates to demonstrate the effectiveness of your application. Remember to prototype the entire app and do the usability testing, which is basically giving a task to a particular set of users and asking them to complete that particular task in your prototype app. For example, if you are designing for Urban Club, give a small task of booking a particular service such as washroom cleaning service. If your users are actually able to perform that particular task effectively, then you will understand that your designs are actually matured enough. This can be a small fun activity for your users as well, and the best part is you can conduct usability testing cohorts for free. Just make a basic prototype and then schedule Google Meet invites for your users. After that, you can send your users the prototype link and ask them to share their screen to perform that particular task. Meanwhile, you can record your screen and the conversations that you had with your fellow user mate, and then you can actually add them to your case study. Try to evaluate your designs by noting down the user's reaction, satisfaction, and engagement. If in case your user is not satisfied enough, then ask them for a basic feedback and reiterate your designs effectively. And please show your iterations in your case study. If you tell that after performing the usability testing your app doesn't have any negative feedback, then it becomes very obvious that you are actually faking the part of usability testing. Everyone gets negative feedback, so don't feel embarrassed to showcase it in your case study. Last but not the least, a bonus tip. This is of course not mandatory, but this is something that I used to do with my case studies. Try to explain your entire prototype in a short 5-minute scripted Loom video. Loom is a free app available on Windows and Mac that allows users to quickly record their screen with a tiny facecam bubble with it. Remember, you're basically applying for a job with your case studies, so it's important to showcase your skills, but it is even more important to show how good of a person you are when you're working in a real-life work culture. Recruiters need to see how they feel when they are actually working with you in person. Again, remember, please don't get intimidated by this step. Nobody is expecting you to look like a supermodel, but the least you can do is to wash your face and get dressed. Sit in front of your laptop and record your Loom video to explain the prototype with your camera on. And trust me guys, I learned this tip from Ansh Mehra, another fellow YouTuber like me, and this tip actually makes a difference to your portfolio. In conclusion, writing a UX case study is an effective way to showcase your design skills and problem-solving capabilities to potential clients or employers. Remember to clearly define a problem, outline your process, share your solution, and measure the results. With these tips, you can create a compelling UX case study that highlights your expertise in the field of user experience design. So guys, there you have it. That's pretty much it for this video guys. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Till then, stay creative and I hope to see you in my next video.